How's it going, everybody? Luke here, and have you ever wanted to experience a life of homelessness without the inconvenience of going cold, hungry, and generally just smelling of shit most of the time? Well, you're in luck, because Street Survival Homeless Simulator from burleagamestudio has you covered. Plunging you deep into the unforgiving world of life on the streets, your daily struggle in this game will have you begging for money and gathering enough resources to survive another day. Sounds like a right barrel of laughs, doesn't it? Well, hit that like button, subscribe for more Nintendo Switch content, and let's check it out. So what's immediately apparent right from the get-go with this one is that those screenshots are probably 100% bullshit, as we get a drab-looking main menu with an AI-generated image of a homeless dude wobbling back and forth, and even our character appears to be wailing in despair at the state of it all. But once again, nothing but some sound signs in this one. Upon starting the game though, we get a sneak peek of what we're in for. 30 days of fighting for survival, as each AI image depicts a slight variation on our character performing different tasks, but these appear mainly to be carrying boxes and running away from something. After seeing through a short loading screen featuring a miserable looking old man and a set of objectives which flash by ending on become a rich man, we're then straight into the action. And in all honesty, the visuals aren't quite as bad as I expected, but they do have the usual Nintendo Switch muddy quality to them. Our first day though sees us tasked with begging for money, and perching ourselves atop some conveniently placed boxes, we sit and wait for passers-by to cross our path, at which point we then hit the A button to beg for a coin. But it doesn't take long to obtain $50, as these citizens appear to be quite generous and each donation actually counts as 10. Mission complete, on to day 2, which sees us doing a spot of bin dipping in an attempt to find some food. This involves finding either small or large trash cans, selecting the mystery item and then playing a little minigame, similar to the one found in Hobo Tough Life, another homeless survival sim, but unlike that game, you can't actually fail in this one, and you can just mash the A button until the arrow lands within the green segment. 2 bin dips though, and on to day 3 with more begging to be done, this time in a different location. Day 4 in the life of a homeless person has us searching for items, and here's where things take a bit of a weird turn, as instead of digging through trash, we instead have to find bright red magical boxes scattered about the city. And the game does have a map which shows you their exact locations, but the controls for this are completely backwards, with right panning left and vice versa. Opening these boxes yields a multitude of items though, and not just regular food and drink or perhaps crafting items. No, instead we get things like this: a battle axe which appears to have been crafted from 2 axe heads taped to a tire iron, and potions which recover 30 health each, which are clearly assets pulled straight out of a fantasy game, but you can also snag yourself a short sword and a glowing red katana. Open all of these boxes though and it's on to the next level, for you guessed it, more begging. Now, I had thought that these first levels were just the tutorial, showing you the ropes and that things would progress into more complicated objectives like building a shelter, completing missions, or perhaps crafting items for survival. But no, that appears to be it. It's begging, bin dipping and magic box opening all the way. There's no crafting in the game, and the levels barely last long enough to require consumption of food or drink, and the only other thing you can do is kick some ass. So I decided to test this out on a young black woman going about her daily business. Despite me having a katana equipped though, my character just threw punches and kicks, which appeared to do very little to her, and this lady was a real ninja, dodge rolling out of the way but throwing no punches back until I finally managed to take her down. The game does actually have a wanted system similar to Grand Theft Auto, but the cops will just walk right on by, totally ignoring the unconscious bodies of pedestrians, and it's not until you attack them directly that the wanted system finally kicks in. Unlike pedestrians, the police will fight back, though a few hits will see them out for the count too. and despite me having 3 wanted stars, I only actually had 2 or 3 police appear. After which I punched this Chad in the face before setting myself down once again for a spot of begging, as he angrily pushed me through the boxes so that I was floating in mid-air, which didn't of course stop me from taking donations. All in all though, I managed to make it through about 10 levels in this one before throwing in the towel, by which point I had earned $18,000, enough to start a small business or at least find somewhere off the streets to live. But there was nothing else more to be done, it seemed, and despite the description of the game advertising it as having a sprawling urban environment for you to explore, it's only about 2 or 3 blocks in size. But as you can probably tell, the rest of the description is a load of old bollocks too. Once again though, another sham of a game here, barely even fit to be called a game. There's no real survival mechanics beyond topping up your food and drink meters every so often to avoid failing a level, and the mechanics are about as shallow as they get. But if you're looking to experience a life of homelessness, I recommend actually going out and doing it for real, because I reckon you'd actually have more fun out in the cold and rain than you would playing this game. That though just about does it for this review of Street Survival Homeless Simulator. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below, and like and subscribe for more Nintendo Switch content. But for now, thanks to the patrons of the channel for their ongoing support, and to you the viewers for watching, and until next time, take care of yourselves and game on.